What you cooking?
Welcome to the Next Generation Baller Show. I'm your host DP. Sam, don't forget the Supreme. As you can see, we're not joined with Zach today, but we are joined with a very special guest, Gabriel Ipanga, aka Gabs. Billericay first teamer. We'll have an interview later on in the show, and interesting to hear. First interview today. Told you we got some new content coming. Yeah, told you our first one. So let's we dove into that. We'll build it, everyone. Don't forget. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff as well. Don't forget our sponsor, Self-Made Savage, a 20% discount. Go out and get that, yeah? Don't forget. So, we'll move on swiftly with the show. Supreme, what transfers have you got for us this week? Nice, juicy.
Boy!
What have you got for us,
boy! Well, first of all, introduce myself, Sam Supreme. Don't forget the Supreme. I've been noticing, no one's been forgetting the Supreme lately. But boy, the transfers this week, I got a lot of transfers. I got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Well, it's a warm back up. No, Euros ended,
it's warm.
The clubs are warming up for pre-season.
After Euros, it starts getting fiery. You name the team, I'll start it, but it has to be top.
What you got for us?
The top team. Name a team in the league. I'll tell you something.
Leeds. I'm interested about Leeds. What's happening about Leeds?
Well, Leeds were interested in a left back from Barcelona, Trincao. I'm not quite sure if it's all the way gone through, but there was agreements made on, I think, the players' wages or the pricing of what the transfer would be. It hasn't completely gone through yet, so I don't want to say that.
What's been the most interesting transfer of the week, you would say?
Of the week?
Yeah, so far.
You know what, yeah? I'm not gonna get onto the most interesting transfer of the week, yeah? Because I've got to talk about that same club. Because that club's on fire right now with the transfers, you know.
Oh.
But let me start with Man United, yeah? Because there's a lot of things going on with Man United.
A lot of things.
As I've been reporting with the Sancho situation. Sancho looks like he's going to get signed. I'm not going to say that Man United are interested in the midfielder yet because they haven't publicly said it.
I don't think that one's going through.
But big names are coming, Man United.
Let
me tell you something.
Yes. Hey, Robbie, 2 against 1 here, yo, Sam. 2 against 1 here.
It's always 2 against 1. It's always 2 against 1.
You've got a United fan in the building. Zach, don't worry.
And you're from London, you should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah. If your postcode is a London postcode and you support a Manchester team, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed. But anyway, Man United, big name, might be on his way. Varane. Man United and Varane have agreed personal terms. You know what personal terms is? That means the fee has already been accepted. Real Madrid have allowed the player to talk to Man United and they've agreed a fee. So I can see Varane signing for Man United within the next
I believe that one's going through.
The next 2 weeks, unless this is a big unless, he's looking to get a higher contract at Real Madrid. That's the only thing that could stop
Real Madrid can't afford it. With everything that's going on with the league, guys, see what's happening in Barcelona, and pandemics had a big hit on a lot of them Spanish European clubs, and a lot of these players realise the Premier League's the only league that can pay their wages. So I don't think that's going to be any struggle for me to put that through the door.
Let me go across the road from Man United to Man City. And you know what they've done? They've put Sterling and Mahrez on the transfer list.
I see that. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Sterling and Mahrez is up for sales. But most likely, I don't think there'll be like a suitor for Sterling. Because the only suitor for Sterling I could see out there is Spurs right now with Harry Kane staying, and Liverpool. That's the only two suitors I see him. I don't see him going on board to Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Oh, Dele Alli.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dele Alli's got the number. I think Nuno, I did see him in the pre-season. I think Nuno was trying to get him back. And I think maybe that's part of the... I think that's what maybe Tottenham was looking for. A manager that maybe was going to get the best out of, because if Harry Kane's going to leave, he's going to need all the other talented players chomping at the bit. So, yeah, that's interesting.
And Nuno's already come out. Nuno's come out and said, look, Kane's staying. Right, that's what Nuno's come out and said. But so boy,
that's interesting. I guess that's going to be the transfer, saga of the summer. They would say.
I don't think so because there's a bigger transfer saga what's going on in South West London. In Chelsea with Haaland.
I don't think that
before I report on Haaland, Chelsea let go of Giroud to AC Milan.
I don't believe that. What's your thoughts on that, Gabs? Do you feel Haaland will go to Chelsea?
Nah. Well, Chelsea are also looking at a 50 million bid for Lewandowski. That's another thing which you've not
done, man. Without Haaland, Jadon Sancho, gone, they're done.
So you don't. So what? Don't you feel? Dortmund's always been that club. They buy and sell, buy and sell.
Did you hear that little piece of information which I just said?
I watched their training. He's happy. He's happy where he is.
I don't think
he's happy. He's staying.
Yeah, he's staying.
He's staying. There is a.
If Chelsea fail to get Haaland, their second choice is Lewandowski for 50 million. Like that's their second choice. So Chelsea is looking to do major things this
summer.
But
I don't feel that transfer will go through for many reasons. Is there a club you're interested in? Maybe that Gabs, that you feel that club that you're interested in? Any transfers? Any news that you feel like?
I haven't heard much from Man City, so I don't know if they're trying to build like Raheem Sterling.
Apparently, Mahrez is on the transfer list and Sterling. What's your thoughts on that?
But that's because Foden and Torres is coming in now.
Yeah.
I don't know what Pep is.
Do you see them coming in? What do you feel? Grealish coming in? Do you see Harry Kane coming in?
Grealish is staying. I feel like Grealish is staying.
You feel Grealish should stay, yeah? Yeah, interesting.
Now I'm gonna give you a couple quick transfers, and then I'm gonna give you that club which I was talking about, which is doing a Mazzolini right now. So quick transfers. Ryan Bertrand, he's now completed his move to Leicester from Southampton.
Oh yes, I heard about that.
Another one, I reported this a couple weeks ago. Felipe Anderson, he's agreed terms with Lazio to move back to Lazio from West Ham.
Flop? Flop?
Who?
Would you say flop?
I said Felipe Anderson.
No, would you say he's been a flop at West Ham? Flop?
I won't say he's a flop because his first season was alright. Okay. But do you know what it is? West Ham's got talent on the wing right now. I can't even lie. West Ham has talent on the wing.
What else you got for us?
Also, you remember? I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was telling you about one to watch for the future.
Yeah.
Michael Elise.
Yeah.
Well, he's completed a move to one of the teams which I said which would suit him best in the Premier League. And he's moved to Crystal Palace. Ooh. And let me tell you a little bit of Michael Elise. He was also a part of the Championship Player of the Seasons, and he's only 19. And that was in, I think, last year. And also, he's also the Championship's Young Player of the Year. So he's a talent. He's a talent. There was other top clubs which were scouting him. Now let me move on to the big blockbuster transfers and the major move what happened over this weekend, you get me? Big moves are going on over at the Emirates, obviously. Come on, big money getting splashed out. 50 million to be precise on Ben White, even though Ben White hasn't really played that much.
What do you feel that's a major signing for Arsenal, yeah? Ben White, yeah?
Nah, I don't think it's a major signing. I just feel like
it's stepping in the right direction.
Intent what Arsenal's trying to do. Like the intent, you got to remember, spending 50 million is a lot of money. So if Arsenal can spend 50 million on Ben White, like, I'm happy for Arsenal, innit?
Varane's the same price.
Who?
Varane's the same price.
Nah, Varane's going for 40. No add-ons.
Well, that's even more of a bargain.
Yeah, Varane's a bargain, but
doesn't that say a lot about Arsenal that they can spend 50 mil on Ben White but can't get Varane that's 40 million?
But but that's obviously because Varane is suited to play for Champions League. Arsenal didn't qualify for Champions League this season. If Man United didn't qualify for Champions League, they won't be offering for Varane. This is like.
Well, before we move on, is there any young players that you feel that deserves a move? Don't have to be Premier League, could be lower league, could be one of your mates that you feel like shining and maybe might get a big transfer this season.
I've got two young players that deserve a chance.
To Whittaker?
Who's
he play for?
He plays for Swansea now.
Play for Swansea, yeah.
For first team. Things didn't go well at Tottenham for a couple of reasons, but he got his move this couple weeks ago.
Ask him if he knows about Lewis Johnson. You know Lewis Johnson?
So do you think that's one for the ball? That's one you're looking out for, yeah?
Wait for him.
Yeah. Do you know about Lewis Johnson?
Come down, tell us about your experience.
Do you know about Lewis Johnson from MK Dons?
Say that again, Supreme?
Lewis Johnson from MK Dons.
Lewis Johnson. You heard about Lewis Johnson?
You heard of him? No. How did he?
He's 17.
17.
Nah, is he good?
Yeah, baller still. He's a baller.
Next gen. Lewis Johnson, give us a shout.
I can't lie.
Hopefully he can come down as well.
He had a run out with the MK Dons. I was going to mention him now. That's why I was asking.
Okay.
Yeah, man. He deserves a move up to the Premier League soon. I don't know about now, but like within the next 2 years, him and Will Truman from Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday. 18-year-old midfielder, baller as well. Them two are my two ones to watch for the future. I see the way you try to cut off Arsenal. I wanted to mention bear stuff. You get me?
Done with that, man.
Anyway.
We'll move on. That's it for the transfers now. We'll move on to the more important part of the show, the more interesting part of the show that we got for you guys today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So
don't forget,
man. And so we want to move on to the interview. We got Gabriel Ipanga. I will get it right. I will get it right. So we got it done today. So thanks for coming down.
Yeah.
First one on the show. I know it's a bit nerve-wracking. You've got about 2 bottles there. You're probably halfway through the first one. You've been there for 5 minutes. But it's good, man. And we're glad to have you down. So yeah, man. We just want to we'll start off. Just tell us a bit about yourself, your age, and just tell us about your journey first of all. Tell us about your journey on to where you are now.
Yeah.
So your clubs, your trials, and whatnot, so forth.
Yeah. So I'm 18. Come from East London, Newham.
Yeah.
Started playing football when I was like, what should I expand on it though?
How you feel? Just you don't have to give more details. Just tell us like clubs you played for, where you come from, and just your experience in general.
Right now I play for Billericay Town FC. Yeah. First team. Made my debut this year in January when I was 17. Scored on my debut. Just trying to train every day.
So how was your journey en route to what was the first club you ever played for?
So the first club I played for was Ripaway.
Yeah.
So my mum took me down there with my cousins and that. So yeah, I just trained there. We got to play in West Ham Stadium. I remember that vividly. Yeah. We got to play in West Ham Stadium. I stopped playing football till I was like 5. Cause you know like in primary school, I was like ripping guys in the pitch, but all of them played for that Sunday league. Yeah. But my mum wasn't trying to pay that fee in it. Okay. I didn't bother asking. It's not that maybe she could have paid it, but I didn't ask her. I knew that it's too much. So
I know that's a good point there, because what I'm going to do, I'll interject sometimes just to expand certain points that you make, because it's very important. These are the things I highlight, because I'm a coach as well, as most people know on the show, and that's one thing that
I want to answer my question.
And that's one thing. Yes, bro. I'll give you a shout. That's one thing I wanted to pick up on. So you started off as a young boy. You was at Ripaway, and as we know in East London, it's very hard for opportunities and stuff. So at that moment in time when you wanted to go out there and express yourself, and so you was at Ripaway and you knew maybe that it was too expensive for what you was being offered, and that's maybe a sticking point, because as a young boy you just want to play. So how did you feel in that moment in time of like how you was going to take your journey forward in what you wanted to be?
I felt like I had to wait till I was older. I told me I'm more like communicating with my parents, because them and they like me going to school just to be normal. They always supported me, because they ended up paying for it. So I just stopped playing football for a bit. I was just playing in school football. until like year 5. But like I just begged my
So
mum.
is this a process of you maybe trying to get your parents to understand what it really was?
Yeah,
so in terms of that, did you still have to train? You still kept
I
on the
wasn't
ball?
I wasn't training.
Oh, you wasn't training?
Yeah. So I just stopped everything. I put on weight and that.
Okay.
So
you had to get back in the swing of
yeah,
things.
I had to get back in.
So when your mum finally started to your journey, how did it spin on from there?
So one of my friends from primary school in year 5 was like, oh yeah, come pro star. Like, come on. I went there like, it was like West Ham Memorial Park. Yeah. So I went there. I was ripping it up, ripping everyone. I was thinking, who's this guy? But I might still have it. But I haven't played football in a long while. Okay. So they spoke to my mum after like 154 season. But when I heard, cause you know back then 150 like a lot of money. So when I'm hearing this, thinking, my mum gonna pay it though. But she ended up paying it. So I just started playing Sunday League every week for Pro Star. We've beaten every team every week, big players, even now.
So you said you grew up in Newham, so like me also grew up in Newham. And one thing I'll say about Newham, and what I pick up on a lot of people, and hence the reason why I started the club that I started, is that what I noticed in Newham, especially growing up, is that there's opportunities. Hard. Right now you're at Billy Ricky, you're playing a high level young age, you're in the first team, so you've taken a maybe different route, and I'm going to get onto the academy side in a bit. So the point I'm going to get to is that when you're playing in Newham, it's that opportunity growing up is not there, as in say, like what you know now, where there's academy setups where it's more interactive with the clubs, and it's maybe much more easier for you to go down a route to get signed or on trial and this and that. So how did you find it when you was at Ripple and these clubs? Did you have any knowledge of the academy system? No. Did you see any scouts? Did you see how it was? Because when I was a kid, it was just the hope that when you got on the sun, you're just hoping someone's going to be there, but there was never that seamless connection. And I thought maybe that's where the parents maybe thought it was a dream too far, because there was nothing tangible for them to maybe.
So year 7 time, that's when I started like, I can make it, because I see all my other, back then everyone getting signed for academy. I was just playing Sunday League. Then I moved on to Flanders FC.
So where was they getting signed? Was they getting picked up at a park, or
Sunday
was
League.
They was getting picked up at Sunday League?
It got to a point where like 4 people on the team, but everyone got signed to like Tottenham, West Ham.
Okay.
Like we just there in it. So the team folded. We went to Flanders FC. I was still, but year 7, that's when I started playing district football. That's when it got serious, innit?
Okay.
So I played for Newham District. Bought too many the people that play for England now.
And I know Newham because I played for Newham District as well. And that's where a lot of my friends that went on, like Dominic Polion, that went on to go play for Leeds and Harlem, many other League 1, League 2 clubs cover that Epstein right now. And I know that I was there the day when he got scattered by Liverpool, and a lot of our friends went on to go and do amazing stuff with Newham. So I know Newham was a very core place where talent came through, and it's interesting that you say that a lot of clubs did tap into the fact that they were signing players. And I still think maybe there's that myth in Newham that maybe that a lot of clubs should take more attention, because if I'm not correct, you played in the 32 Borough Cup not too long ago, didn't you? And but you played in the 32 Borough Cup, but tell you're born and raised in Newham, Tell them what borough you played for.
Well, I played for Bromley.
This Newham boy, played for Bromley. Like, do you know what it is?
He was just trying to fit in.
He was trying to fit in, and he played for Bromley. But you know what it is? Yeah, I know. Like,
he just got into any team which was there.
I know. Let me explain. I woke up in my bed. I saw my friend like snap everywhere. Like, where you man? Like, man, being like, what's going on? So I just hopped on my bed, showered, went there, went on any team. My boys were on it.
I know, but you know what it is? I would never blame you in that situation. The only what I would say is, you see, like how I see it and how I analyse it is that in Newham, especially maybe East London, apart from Hackney, Newham hasn't maybe got that reputation of, yes, borders have come through, but it hasn't got that London reputation, at that the same reputation you get in South London, West London, North London, with all these stars maybe come through. So with the younger generation, it's hard, because like there's not a lot of football players that do make it, that express themselves, that maybe know from Newham. Because I maybe didn't even know. Do you know Sol Campbell's from Newham?
No.
See, Sol Campbell's from Plotstow. He lived on Pelly Road, and these are the type of players that I feel that should make them more known to the youth, to make them know that, oh, there are players from here that make, because there are a lot of players that from Newham that go on to be professional, but I feel maybe that they don't express themselves. Jermaine Defoe, and a lot Luwa, who else? J. Emmanuel Thomas,
Mark Noble,
plenty of players that's come from Newham that I feel that maybe we could give much more of that vibe to give you the inspiration to go on and achieve your dreams and so on and so forth. And maybe we'll start that the vibe that they will, instead of going to South London, East London to go and get football, because you don't travel. Sometimes you have to travel far to go these places because Newham doesn't have many options for you guys to go on, and that's where I'm trying to come in and trying to build that over time, and especially my experience working with Crown Pro in Hackney. I'm trying to bring that experience back to Newham. So now it's interesting what you're saying. So you started off at so you got to the point now where you was in year 7, you was playing, you got back into this district. So what how was it? How was your journey? Did you have any trials? Did you go to clubs?
It was year 8. Got to the, I think it was national finals or something like that. Year 8 district football one. So you see me, I always knew like if someone was a scout. Like I used to look in the crowd.
It's very aware, yeah.
So one time I've been a midfielder my whole life until this season. Innit?
Okay, I can see you playing the left now.
Yeah. So I was looking around. And I saw this guy in Fulham called in the outing. Yeah, I came on. Yeah. But at that time, I think Balassi done that skill that Balassi fit.
Oh yeah.
So obviously I saw him right there and I think, I need to do the skill, innit? I don't know,
it's always typical when you kids feel like you need to do flashy.
Yeah, I must have done a Balassi fit.
Yeah.
Like the guy fell on the floor, like, and after I nutmegged some guy and I scored, innit?
Yeah.
Bro, I went back, yeah. After my manager, like, guy was coming, he and some other player. Guy was coming, yeah, the guy wanted to go full and the guy wanted to go like. Cause this time everyone in the Newham district team was signed. Like West Ham, Tottenham, like all of them teams. So he spoke to my dad after he texted my dad. So I ended up going to the training ground the next week. But them times I was quite chubby for my age, innit? But I was good on the ball. So I went Fulham.
Wait. What position did you play when you was quite chubby?
Centre mid.
You played centre mid?
Yeah, for my whole life.
Yeah.
So I went Fulham. I wasn't on it. I was scared, innit? I saw Elliot. You know people like Harvey Elliott?
Yeah.
I was with them. I was scared.
Well, there was different level.
I didn't want to touch the ball. Like I didn't want to touch the ball. It was weird, innit? I thought I'd be on it, but I wasn't really on it.
Oh, so you feel like the whole occasion got to you?
Yeah, I feel like it got to me.
Or did you feel like you wasn't prepared properly for it, or you
I was chucked straight in the academy.
Yeah.
So after that day, they said, "Don't come back." Innit?
Oh, after the first day?
Don't come back. Still. Oh. Like, I tried going on my dad's phone to text them.
So no, but how did you feel about it? I know you probably laughed.
I didn't. It sounds mad, but I didn't care like that because I was year 8. Like it's alright, innit? But I feel like
you're probably thinking that another chance is gonna come.
Yeah, another one's just gonna come along the way. So from year 8 down, so just a bit on that point. So for a player that's maybe that's just got a trial or something, how would you say in that experience? What advice would you give them? How would you handle that situation? But again, if you got it,
this is my first time being noticed, so I went to tell my friends, everyone. And after when I didn't get it, everyone was asking what happened. Yeah. I was lying. So, oh yeah, I got injured, all that. So I feel like people around me should have told me that you couldn't get it, you could not get it.
So you feel like maybe keeping it close to your chest at first, and then that maybe wouldn't have put you too much pressure on yourself.
I don't think I knew what football was like.
Okay.
So it's competition, all of that stuff. Yeah.
So you feel that would have helped you? That would have helped you even more.
Yeah.
So going on from now, you've had the trial, you've gone back. So what's led you to? What's happened? In any more trials or?
Yeah. What happened? There's a man from Essex called Glenn Tampton. Yeah. So. Like he got a bunch of boys from our area, signed us all up to Dagenham Redbridge. Okay. So I played for Dagenham Redbridge in year 9 to year 10. Then he bought Billericay. Okay. So I went to Billericay under 15s.
Yeah, I've seen a few clips and you've been there for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah. So I ended up staying Billericay till now.
You've been loyal to them. So that's very interesting. So now you've had a similar experience. Now you're obviously playing with Billericay, who's at that decent level, Conference South, I remember that's six in the period, so 2 promotions and you're basically into league football. Yeah. So what's your aspirations? So what's your aspirations for this season in total?
This season, I aim to get more than 5 goals. Because I feel like, when I scored my goal, I feel like the buzz I got from there, imagine if I scored 5 goals there. So I just want to get noticed, get fitter. Get stronger.
Let me ask you how it felt, yeah, because I read on your manager saying that he nearly broke into tears. How did it feel scoring that goal for the equaliser against St Albans?
That one there. You know what happened? I was on the bench because I was 17. I thought I was not childish, but not mature. So if I didn't start, I didn't want to come on. So I was on the bench. These I'm not fit, nothing. I'm not fit. Like I was just getting used to it because I've been training first team for like a year and a half already. Never played a game, so
you just thought it was just going to be one of them.
These times the club we played most of our team was reserves that game because that's what COVID happened, all that financial business or whatever.
So
they had their full team. They were second in the league. And we just played most of our under-23s, couple first team and so. So I was on the bench. He was losing 2-1. So I was on the bench. I'm thinking, I don't want to come on here long, man. I'm thinking,
nah.
There was that 5
I'm gonna take control.
So he looked at me and said, get ready. He was angry and get ready. And it's long. But I was like, when I was warming up with my friend, watch. People don't believe me to this day. I said, watch, I want to score. People don't. So I come ready. In the first 1 minute, I was blowing. Like, normally football is up and down. Like, you have no ready. You have to be fit or down. So obviously, one of my friends played centre back. Must have got the ball, curled it to me. I kind of made the defender think I was gonna get it shorts, but I spun him. So I ran. My friend chipped it to me. I'm in the corner flag. I heard my coach in the back. I said, just get him. So I kind of body fainted him a couple times, like 5 times. After I tried to cross it with my left foot, curl it. After it went in, I was like, this last minute equaliser. Bro, I couldn't hear nothing. Like people screaming my name, I couldn't hear that. I was thinking, I'm gone.
So all that adrenaline just come through.
Man,
amazing feeling.
Every day I watch that. Every day when I wake up, I go on my Instagram and watch that goal every day.
That's good. That's great inspiration, man. That's good, man. And it's great to see that the fact that you've made the decision to say, you know what, because it could be easy for, especially I say at the age of 15, where you're at a club like Billy Ricky, you see all of it like that, but still want to be hungry. I won't say hungry, for desperate for more. I would say, and so that maybe could cloud your focus. Because I'll just move on to that. I want to know where you feel like where you get and what ultimate position you feel will be your best position. I'll get to that in a minute. But I was going to say, so in terms of you wanting to, like you being at Billy Ricky, is it what kept you there? I would say so. Instead of like trying different things. What was it? The manager? Was it the ethos? Was it the vision that they have for you?
Yeah.
Or
the people in the club take care of me on and off the pitch. If I have problems like traveling, they'll give me money to travel. Like they talk to me more. All of the coaches they call me when things are not going good. All of that. So like I know most people like in the club within the club.
So do you feel like your development's going on really well?
And to be honest, I stayed because like.
He's playing first team. Like, where else can he get this experience right now?
You have to
pay.
pay.
It's right.
You have to pay for other teams. But these man free everything.
Okay.
Under 18's free. Obviously not all the people under 18 got it for free, but like me, other people got it for free.
So do you feel that's a big benefit to, especially at your age, because there's a lot of boys maybe your age that maybe have to go to clubs and maybe have to pay.
The good benefit.
And you think it's less burden on your parents and that as well. That's the main thing.
Trust them as well.
Okay.
So, good.
No, that's very good. That's interesting. So you say you played centre mid. Now you play left winger. Do you see that as your ultimate position? And where do you see yourself maybe in about 4 or 5 years? Maybe do you still see yourself at Billy Ricky? Or how do you picture it going?
Yeah, left wing is my main position. I don't mind playing cam.
Yeah.
But like I'm used to left wing, and in a couple of years I want to be playing championship.
Okay.
Championship football, hopefully Premier League. I'm just gonna go.
Do you feel Billy Ricky have what it takes to get promoted this season?
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
All right, let me give him some quick fire questions, yeah, just to make it a little bit more loose before we get serious again. Yeah, quick fire questions, yeah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo or Messi?
Ronaldo.
All right. Ronaldo's Man United or Roy Keane's Man United?
Ronaldo Man United.
Ronaldo's Man United.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't beat Ronaldo. CR7.
would you rather start a cup final and lose, or be a sub the whole way through and win?
Start a cup final. Man.
Start a cup final.
You know, when I lose games, like, it hurt me for like 24 hours and after it was cool.
Oh,
so you won't mind being a sub on the bench, but bear in mind, if you started the whole match, you played your whole heart out.
Yeah.
Or would you rather lose and be on the bench?
No,
I mean win and be on the bench.
I'm not selfish, but I just want to play.
So for you,
that's very interesting.
The winning, it's all about winning.
That's a good mentality. If you want to go out there and play, and also I guess deep down in his heart, he probably thinks he's on that picture, will probably win the game. So I guess maybe that's where that comes from. That's really interesting. So any more you got from him?
Any more? Yeah. Arsenal or City? Which one do you hate more?
City.
That's the last one.
I'm sorry, Supreme. I'm sorry. Arsenal's not off topic today. I got my United partner today, man. Sorry about that, mate. So it's been good speaking to you. I just one element that I like to incorporate on the show is like
Hey, I've got a few other questions, serious questions before he goes. I didn't think you're cutting him. No. Hold on, mate. We're
not cutting. We're cutting. We're still going, man. We're still going. We're just saying we're moving on to the next. We're moving on to the next segment, like you was talking about. But what? Did you have some more questions for him, Supreme?
Yeah, I've got a few questions for him.
Yeah, fire away.
All right. My questions are always a bit different because it always focuses on outside football.
Yeah.
All right. So I wanted to know, how did you handle your distractions through your friends or girls or anything, or even what your family wanted you to do? Like, I know a lot of families want them to all be doctors and nurses and lawyers and whatnot. So how did you overcome all that?
Personally, I keep my friends minimal. Like, people know that when they text me, I don't really reply too quick because people feel like they're entitled to my time, innit? So people know me, like even my friends, like if I don't speak to them for a couple months, and I see them, we'll go back to normal. Like the vibe's still the same, but all I do really just train and go gym, just go home. No parties.
Do you feel like you've got that from your parents?
Yeah. Because back then when my parents were allowing me to go partaking, these guys trying to do. But now looking back when I'm kind of older, I know why.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You want to say, Prim?
Yeah, yeah. I've got another one. So, what do you think your toughest struggle or adversity that you went through? Like, even playing football, what was the toughest thing? Did you have to let go of anything? Was there, I've heard a few people which had 2 different sports and they picked football. So what was your thing that, you said, you know what, this was the mark which I said, if I've gone through this, then I'm just going to sign up for football for the rest of my life.
Yeah, so after my debut goal, I ended up going to a club, League One. So I thought I was ready. After I went there for a couple, 3 days. I didn't do in the games. I had a stinker. I wasn't I was kicking them. I tried to do a flick. It went off the pitch. Everything's going wrong. I wasn't fit. Nothing. He told my agent he's not ready. He's not rolling.
You said a lot about fitness. Do you feel like that's one of your?
Yeah, that's when I'm getting better because the whole summer doing gym, getting bigger.
What do you think? You said diet or?
Yeah, I changed my diet, everything. So that time when I got, I didn't get signed. I went home thinking, nah, I'm dead. For a couple weeks, I didn't get out of bed. I was thinking.
You was quite down.
Yeah, I was down, but I got close family just telling me. My dad told me, just keep going, you're good enough. I'm like, cool, got fit.
Yeah. Anytime you're feeling down here, just look in the mirror and remember that you're a king. At the end of the day, you're a king. And you keep it going.
100%.
You see one thing about you which I like here, you're very mature for your age. And you've got a very strong You've got a strong mentality.
And I know,
You've got a very strong mentality. I don't know if anyone's ever told you this, yeah, but
100%.
like you see with them shoulders which you got on you, like you can go anywhere as far as you take yourself. So just keep remembering what your plan is and just stay focused with it, because the way you are now, the doors are gonna fly open for you.
No, most
but
definitely.
just don't let the distractions in, because the way your brains are way above your age.
Yeah, no, most definitely, and I'll second everything that Supreme would say. And the reason why, in my opinion, why I'm so strong on that, because when I looked at you, I see most of your social media, and I see that your career and your age is, and especially working in that arena of age group, is that you've got the head on your shoulders to say, you know what, I can see a pathway through this club, but it might not be the glorious pathway that everyone else has got. But at the same time, what a lot of people don't understand in football is that everyone's journey is different. Yeah. So you could start with kids that go on and start at 8 years old that don't even go to be professionals, and there's people that never played in the academy system in their life, like James Vardy, that go on and score, that get to play for England. So I like the fact that you.
Nah, he's gonna get snapped up soon.
Yeah, so I like the fact that you're playing at a very decent level, but you decided to say, you know what, I'm here. You've been here for 3 going on 4 seasons. You show your dedication, your loyalty. So just like Supreme said, keep that in you, and keep that determination, keep working, because that, like you said, the doors will fly open for you. And like you said, you seem like you know what your downfalls are, and you're working on that. And before we do end the interview, what I like to do, like I was going to say, is that I want you to just give out your advice, or how do you feel, especially in because your journey is different. So I want everyone to speak about their own specific journey. So you decided to make the decision that you want to go make this route and this journey. It's not the ideal academy route. So what advice would you give to any young player that's maybe an academy not getting much getting much game time, or maybe a young player that's on the borderline but is maybe thinking to academy and instead of going down that route? So what would your advice or?
So I would say that one thing about me, I wouldn't lie to myself. If I played bad, like I told myself I played bad, and I'm saying that when you have a problem, like tell people, because I felt like I couldn't tell anyone because no one really cared. But I'm telling you, just work hard. Don't think you're gonna get results not working hard. Cause in the summer I'm working hard. I'm working hard in the summer. When I come back, everyone think, oh, you're gone big, you're gone stronger. So I'm just saying, results will come. It's not gonna come straight away, obviously, but you gotta wait for the right time. You have to believe in yourself, because if you play football and don't believe you play, like you won't play good, innit? So I'm just saying, like, if you don't believe in yourself, if you wanna go far, you have to believe in yourself and just work hard.
And that's the thing. You've gone down a route where you're basically taking the men's route, really. So you're already playing at that level, instead of, because there's the young boys in your age that will still be playing under 18, under 19s, where you're actually playing with guys that are 35, maybe 40 years old. So how would you handle that? What kind of advice would you give in that specific sense that you're like you said, because you'll have to be mentally strong for something like that.
Yeah, it's a different environment. I feel like if you was a academy player coming down, you would think it was a walk in the park. These old men, nah, they're on you. Like in training, they're on you. And it's not personal, because when you go back to the change room, it's not. It's normal, but in training you have to be on it, strong. Like just be on it.
No, that's good. That's good. And do you feel like, because what a lot of players get clouded from, because you said you've been in an academy set up, so besides of the qualities, do you feel a lot of the principles are the same? Yeah. And that's the reason why you stay, because see, not that's always just easy and you do your thing like you said. Do you feel like the principles are there that's going to push you on?
Yeah, you can't come, if you come late, you get fined £50. It's a lot of fines in this, so you have to be on point.
So you say the same principles are the same, and you just feel like, because like I said, if you're a coach, so because like to install to these players all the time, because like they feel that if they don't make it there at say academy level, that one, they're not going to make it, but you already proved that you can still play first team and still have a route to make it to the top, because 2 seasons for promotion, like I said, you're playing league football, and you're already in arenas and you're a young age, perform 10 goals this season, who knows what can ever go, like I said. So it's I like the fact that you've taken that route, and you've got that mental willpower, and you've got that determination to go and succeed. And I want any young ballers that seeing that it's not only the academy route that you can take to go and achieve your dreams. Sometimes you have to be real with yourself, like what Jim always, and maybe understand that You might not be.
You know what it is?
It's never like to say you feel like you're not at the level. You might.
It's about betting on yourself. Make sure that you bet on yourself. If no one else is betting on you, you bet on yourself, and just always do that. And from when I've seen Gabs do it, like truly, like Gabs, you're a king, bro. You're a king out here. So.
And that's the main
any
thing.
young ballers watching, just make sure you bet on yourself. If no one else, make sure that you always bet on yourself. That's a testimony what Gabs has just said right there.
And that's ultimately...
Look, he's young, and by right, he shouldn't even be playing for the senior team. What has he done?
100%.
Forced himself, he's forced the issue.
100%.
He's forced the issue, at his age, he's forced the issue into the main team. And next season, don't be surprised if he's a regular starter.
Don't be surprised.
Just don't be surprised.
Yeah, and that's the key thing, and that's the main thing, and that's why you offer these platforms for young players like Gabs can come on and share their experience and let you guys take inspiration, take advice, take knowledge from it, boys. Because at the end of the day, like we all have aspirations of wanting to make it at the highest and to the top, but everyone's journey is different. Everyone's pathway is different. But the most important thing is that we work hard and we do what's best for ourselves. It's important that we keep working hard and keep doing what we need to do, what's best for ourselves, so that we can achieve our goal ultimately. So just want to thank Gabs, Gabby boy, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
My little United friend, replacing Zach. Zach will be here next week. Supreme, it's been a pleasure, man. Zachy boy, our first interviewee. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit us up. Let us know what you feel. If you've got any young ballers that you want us to interview, want us to holler, let us know. Any young ballers who want to come on the show, please come down, holler us up, let us know, and we'll definitely look to get you guys on. It's been a pleasure, guys. Supreme, any last words before you go?
Yeah. Everyone stay safe, stay blessed, and keep it working hard. You get me? Keep it working hard.
Cheers, man. Thanks, guys. It's lovely. See you guys next week. Cheers.